Hi guys! Good morning everyone. This is Teacher Jam, Lokbanin Buslog. So, kumusta na po tayong lahat? Kumusta naman kayo? So, I hope na you are doing fine po and everything is well. I hope na kayo po ay nasa mabuting kalagayan sa panahong ito at sa araw na ito. Okay. So, welcome po ulit sa aking YouTube channel. So para po sa mga hindi pa nakakapag-subscribe, ay mag-subscribe na po kayo please. Kasi po nakikita ko na hindi pa kayo nagsasubscribe. So guys, please subscribe na po para po kayo ay ma-update sa atin mga modules na ina-upload. Ano po? So para po ma-update tayo, ma-notify kayo, kindly please click the notification bell po. Yes. Okay now guys. Ano yung ating pag-aaralan for today? So guys, ang ating discussion for today is the work immersion. Module 6. Yes, nasa Module 6 na po tayo. At ano ba itong Module 6 ng work immersion na ito? So, ang Module 6 po natin ay ang Immersion Portfolio. So, ito po yung ating i-discuss for today. So, may idea na po ba ang bawat isa kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng Immersion Portfolio? Yes, okay, very good kung may idea na kayo. So tama po yung nasa sa isip nyo. Ibig sabihin ng portfolio, atin pong pagsasama-samahin o gagawa tayo ng isang portfolio kung ano ba yung mga activities o yung mga ginagawa ninyo sa immersion. Okay, so ano ba ang inyong expectation para dito sa ating Module 6 Immersion Portfolio? So in this is your self-learning module in pre-immersion, and all the activities provided in this lesson will help you learn, understand, and experience at home the orientation process before you immerse yourself with the nature of the strand or the course you have chosen. After going through this e-module, you are expected to define what is the portfolio, identify forms and content of the portfolio, and familiarize oneself on the home-based immersion portfolio. Yes, correct. You just heard right. The familiarize oneself on the home-based immersion portfolio. Home-based. Yes, guys, tama kayo. Home-based po tayo ngayon. So, you might be asking me, why ma'am home-based? Kasi po, meron pong guidelines and memorandum na inilabas ang DepEd. Yes, meron pong nilabas ang DepEd na memo na kasi nga po due to the happening today, the COVID-19. So, hindi po pinapayagan ng IATF ang tayo ay lumabas, lalo na ating mga bata ngayon, sa panahon ngayon na merong COVID-19. So, syempre, sinesecure po natin yung health ng ating mga bata at bawal din po talaga na magkaroon ng, halimbawa, madaming kumbaga madami na empleyado sa isang company o kaya yung pagkakandak ng on-the-job training, o we call that the work immersion. So, I hope na nauunawaan ng bawat isa ng lahat na hindi talaga tayo pwedeng lumabas ngayon by this time. But pag natapos na po ang lahat ng ito, so pwede na po tayong bumalik sa normal, sa dati nating ginagawa. But for the meantime, home base lang po muna tayo. So yan. But syempre din po, yung iba magtatanong, ay paano naman po yung iba na tulad ng halimbawa po yung mga academics, ano pong gagawin ng STEM, ng UMS, ng ABM, ng TVL, ng GAS, ayan, at marami pang ibang track and strand. So meron pong mga inilabas na guidelines nga ang DepEd. So pwede nyo po siyang i-view yung website ng DepEd para sa memorandum ng work immersion. Okay. Mamaya po ay ilalagay ko po sa description box yung link na nakita ng aking boss, ng aking senior high school coordinator at ng aking principal, yung link na na-share po sa akin. So ilalagay ko po yun para mabasa po ninyo. But I have the hard copy, pinrint ko po siya. Papakita ko po sa inyo yung sample. Just wait lang po. Okay guys, thank you for waiting. Ito po, yung pinrint ko po yung memorandum DM-CI-2020-0085. So, ito po yung guidelines. Ayan. Oops. Yun, kita na po. So, ito po yung sample ng guidelines. So, ipapakita ko po ito mamaya. Or I mean, ilalagay ko po yung link doon sa baba. Ano po, hahanapin ko po yung link nito. So ito po ay dated June 2, 2020. So ang subject po is Guidelines for Work Immersion Implementation During Crisis Situation. So ayan, from Undersecretary Diosdado M. San Antonio. Okay. So gusto nyo ba i-discuss ko to? Pero hindi ko madi-discuss to today kasi ang ating i-discuss is the module 6. Siguro ay si teachers na lang, yun naman teachers, sipagan nyo na lang po magbasa kasi medyo mababa ito. Inabot po ng 40 pages. Yes, 40 pages po. Pero dito naman po ay nakadetalye lahat ng gagawin ng bawat tracks strand. Ano po? So, hindi ho kayo magwo-worry. So, makikita nyo po dito kung ano ba yung pwede nating ipagawa sa ating mga bata during this crisis situation. Okay? So, kayo na po teachers ang maghanap kung ano yung mga pwede nating ipagawa sa ating students. So, magbibigay lang po ako ng halimbawa, example, tulad na lang po kasi ang handle ko po is the TVL Home Economics. So, meron po ditong mga pwedeng gawin at pwedeng alternative na gagawin nga po. So ito yung nakita ko for the TVL. So meron nakalagay po dito. Oops, yan. Yung meron dito nakalagay na in school, home base, yan. So oops, nawawala siya. Okay. So kung makikita niyo po dito yan. Tapos blanco na doon. So, ibig sabihin dito lang po yung in school. Then, dito po yung may alternative na home base, community base, school and industry tie-up. So, ibig sabihin blanco po yan. So, nakalagay po dito in school. Yan. Ito pong hawak ko is for the automotive servicing, electronics and computer system servicing, electrical construction, welding, fishery, agriculture. Pag agriculture po, ito may sinasabi dito sa agriculture, meron pong home base. Pwede po siya sa home base. Tapos in school, then home base, then yung industry partner and the other one is wala po siyang nakalagay doon. Yan. So, sabi dito po sa agriculture and animal production, ayan, ang nakalagay po pala dito ay home base sa agriculture. So, pwede silang backyard farming for vegetables and root crops, cut flower gardening, orchids propagation, and dish gardening. Sa animal production, pwede ang home base nila is poultry and hog production, tsaka po egg production. So yan, merong home base. So ito po ang gagawin ng TVL Agricultural at tsaka Agriculture and the Animal Production. Pagdating naman po sa fishing, gear, repair, and maintenance, ang nakalagay po sa home base nila is processing and production of any crop meat and fish abound in the community. Yan po, home base po ito. Then sa cookery po, doon naman sa aming inline ng home economics. So, home base po kami, preparing cooking demonstration like preparing sandwiches, hot and cold meals, appetizer, desserts, developing a cookbook, designing a lunch menu. Ayan, for the whole weeks o kaya for the hospital. So, that is for the cookery. So, yun po yung gagawin nila. So, ang naisip ko po sa akin, kasi ang handle ko po is a grade 12. So, grade 12, tapos ang subject namin is cookery for 1 year. So, since na tapos na po kami sa first part ng the first sem ng cookery, so ngayon po kami nasa second semester, the second part of the cookery. So, ngayon po ang naisip po namin, since na naisip, ako lang po pala. So, then I shared it to my boss, sa akin po mga boss. So, naisip ko po na i-combine ko na lang po yung work immersion, yung outputs po nila, ay i-combine ko sa work immersion na gagawin nila para po malesen yung gastos nila at ang gagawin na lang po nila para dagdagan ay yung pinapagawa po dito na gagawa sila ng menu, designing a lunch menu and developing a cookbook. So yan po. So since naman po na lagi sa cookery naman po ay laging may research, paano ka ba pipili ng isang dishes. Ayan. So nagko-compile naman sila. So meaning to say po, ginagawa na po noon pa yung mga suggestions dito na home-based. Yes, ginagawa na po yan ng mga TVL home economics in the subjects of cookery. And even po doon sa bread and pastry, ganyan din po yung gagawin nila. Kung bread and pastry naman po, so ganyan din po yung gagawin nila, magde-design a cake for a specific celebration, baking tarts, cookies, cakes, and other bakery products by oven, bread toaster, and no cook process. So more on yan, cookies and cakes, bread products. Sa food processing naman, so home-based din po, magpe-prepare and process sila ng fish product, like yung mag-smoke sila ng fish and others. Processing a sugar concentrate, like yung magko-concentrate sila ng, or magpa-process sila ng jam, jellies, any kind of fruits na pwede nating gawing jam and jellies. Then magpa-process din sila ng meat products. Example, gagawa sila ng tapa, tocino, ayan, longganisa, yan, di ba? And then sa pagdating po sa beauty care, so yan, sa beauty care po, manicure, pedicure services, massage services, hand puts pa, basic hair cutting services. So dito po sa beauty care, pwede naman mag-video sila o mag-take a picture sila, tapos i-manicure, pedicure nila, puts pa nila yung mga kasama nila sa bahay. O diba? Kung ano lang yung gamit na meron sila, pwede nilang i-improvise iyon. Dressmaking, garments, tailoring. So magdi-design po sila ng kanilang designing and sewing personal protective equipment. Ayan. Para kanino? Para sa mga welders, health workers, food servers. Ayan. Pag sa welders natin, so gagawa sila ng PPE. Ano ba yung mga suot ng mga welders? Health workers naman, ano ba ang suot ng mga health workers? Diba? Then sa food servers naman, so apron lang yon. So gagawa sila, magdi-design sila kung ano yung pwedeng gawing PPE or personal protective equipment. And also designing ang outfit costume for a cultural presentation. Yan, may mga ganyan-ganyan pa, di ba? So be more creative para dun sa mga garments, dressmaking, and tailoring natin. I know naman na napakagagaling nitong mga dressmaker na mga to, tsaka mga tailors. Okay, handicraft. Ayan, making novelty items out of available materials for specific purposes. Ito po sa handicrafts ay home-based pa rin po ito. Ito sa mga automotive servicing motorcycle, tsaka yung mga small engine servicing, ang gagawin naman nila is conducting home service repair and vehicles and motorcycles or outboard motor. So yan. So magkakandak lang sila ng repair service para sa mga motorcycle. Ayan. Diba? So kung meron kang friend dyan na may sira ang motor o gustong paayos, halimbawa yung wirings, o kaya yung preno, ayan, o kaya yung gulong, ayan, o diba? So, i-video mo lang, i-picture mo lang na ikaw ay nagkakandak ng service. Ito sa construction, carpentry, painting, plumbing. Ang gagawin ng home base naman nila ay repair windows, doors, walls, ceilings. Ayan, o diba? Kung may mga sirang doors, ceilings, walls, etc. So, yun ang gagawin nila, i-repair nila. So, they need to take a picture or take a picture with that. Ano? So, yan, while they are fixing. And then, designing tables, chairs, repair waterways, faucets, lavatories, sinks, and etc. Kung sira ang mga faucet ng inyong lavatory o kaya ng inyong lababo, so, repair nyo na lang yon and then take a picture. And then, we have a doormat. So, napakadami naman po pala sa TVL, ano? So, very madami. So, well, anyway, kukulangin ako sa oras. So, i-try ko po na ilagay sa description box itong link, itong link na ito na memo ng DepEd. Okay. So, kayo na po teachers ang bahalang magbasa. Tsagain nyo pong magbasa. Kasi bawat track and strands naman po ay nabibigyan ng paliwanag po ano ang gagawin. Okay? So, yan po. Well, anyway, napakadami po talaga, promise. Ang dami-dami. Ito po ay medyo makapal. Sabi ko po, mga 40 to 41 pages po ang memong ito. So, kasi po, nakadetalye po ang bawat tracks doon po. Ano po ang posibleng gawin sa panahon ng crisis. Okay. Well, anyway, as too much talking for that, as we move on. So, guys, kindly please, ayan, pakisagutan muna itong ating pretest. Alam niyo naman si Teacher Jam mahilig magpa-pretest. Okay, so I will give you a minute para po masagot ninyo ang ating pretest. Okay guys, after answering the pretest, let us now have the recap. Ano ba yung napag-aralan natin noong nakaraan, guys? Naaalala niyo pa ba? Ayun, very good. Buti naman at naaalala nyo pa because as what we have learned, last time, napag-aralan natin being an applicant for a work immersion or being a trainee or applicant for unemployment needs to prepare different documents, credentials or requirements before being hired or accepted, right? And you have also learned how to fill out needed forms as part of the documentary requirement of the employers being getting hired, right? So here are the pictures. Kindly please identify nyo nga, ano ba ito? So, what are these forms or credentials that you have prepared? Bago kayo bago kayo mag-apply. So here is the sample pictures. Ano kaya ito guys, itong box na ito. Yan, ito po, ito. Yan. Ano itong box na ito guys? So ilang part ba to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anong sagot nyo dyan? Anong sagot nyo guys dyan? Ha? Okay. Kung ang sagot mo ay resume, tama ka. You have 1 point. Yes. Okay. So this one, ano naman to? Ayan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 na characters. Ano sa palagay niyo yan? So meron dito, this is the doctor and doctor, nurse. We have the application form and then we assign that a fit to work. Anong sagot? It starts with the letter M. And this one is the letter L. And this one is the N. And this one is the E. So what is that? Kung ang sagot mo is a medical, oops. Oh, I'm so good in writing. Ayan, ano tato? Yes, correct. A medical examination. Yes. Yes, that's correct. So this is a medical examination. Oh, I'm not good in writing. Anyway, so that is correct. So thank you guys. So let us now, since alam niyo na po yung mga certain or other requirements but before we are getting hired and accepted in a company, so let us now move to our lesson. Ano po? So in a previous work immersion or culminating activity, learners have to be deployed for 10 days in a respective workplace, or if it is a culminating activity, they have to present an actual performance or do actual social responsibility. But during the time of crisis, we need to adjust to the situation where you will do it online or offline at home. Ito nga guys, ano ba itong binasa kong ito guys? So, guys, di ba tinanong ko kayo kanina, ano ba yung pwede nating gawin in times of crisis? Di ba na-explain ko sa inyo dun sa expectation kanina? So, ano ba yung alternative na pwede nating gawin? Since na hindi tayo pwedeng pumunta sa industry partner natin kasi prohibited nga, bawal nga. Hindi tayo pwedeng mag-deploy teachers ng ating mga bata. So, dapat po ay may alternative. So, yun yung kaninang isinuggest ng DepEd. According to the memorandum DMCI 2020-00085. Yun po yun. Yung guidelines for work immersion implementation during crisis situation. So dahil nga may COVID-19, so home base po ang atin gagawin. So you heard it right. Yes, it's a home base. Huwag nang magreklamo kasi wala din naman tayong magagawa. So kahit tayo ay gustuhin man natin, talagang wala tayong magagawa. Okay guys? So ganun talaga. Well anyway, so pero dun sa normal talaga natin, we deployed our students for 10 days. 10 days talaga yon. So straight yon. Minsan may school na gumagawa straight 10 days. Oo, straight 10 days. So that is for 2 weeks. So yan. Then yung iba naman, minsan they do it halimbawa weekly. So every Friday, so once a week. So may mga ganun situation. So depende naman po yan sa division nyo. Depende. At depende rin po sa pag-uusap o pakikipag-ugnayan ni senior high school coordinator at ni ating principal sa DepEd division natin. So depende po yan. So kung may mga magagandang suggestions naman po ang bawat heads natin. So yun po yung pinag-uusapan nila at kung ano po yung mas makakabuti para sa mga bata. Yun po. So, well, anyway, so moving on. So, being a work immersion learner, trainee in a company or at home, you have to take note of the duties and responsibilities of the immersion learner. So, yan. So, kailangan po magti-take note, jot down po ang mga bata natin. What are their duties and responsibilities of the work of the immersion learner? So, as a work immersion learner, you are expected to attend. Siyempre, meron pa tayong pre- and post-immersion activities. So, kailan po ito mangyayari? So, tatapusin po muna natin itong first quarter natin for the second semester kasi po kailangan po muna nating mag-aral bago po tayo magsabak sa ating home-based work immersion. Kasi po, gagawa pa po si teacher kung ano po yung plano, kasi pag-uusapan pa po yan ni principal, ni senior high school coordinator, at ng inyong mga teachers na nag-handle sa inyo. So pag-uusapan pa po nila yan. So wag muna tayo maging excited for the second quarter of the second semester for the work immersion. So focus muna tayo sa ating mga learnings for this first quarter kasi kailangan muna nating malaman ano ba dapat yung mga dapat gawin sa work immersion or sa culminating activities as you as a learner, my dear students. Okay. So yan po, attend muna tayo ng pre and post immersion activities. So ito na po yung ginagawa na natin. So nag-aaral muna tayo. And report to the work immersion partner institution supervisor during the actual immersion. So if this done in the company, but if at home, you have to report to your immersion teacher or your focal person. So sa normal activity ng work immersion po, so ang bata po natin ay nagre-report ay dun sa industry partner kung sino po yung boss nila dun o kung sino po yung nag-supervise sa kanila. Pero since na during this crisis situation, so because bawal talagang lumabas, so home-based po tayo. So, kanino magre-report ang ating bata? So, sa ating mga teachers po, sa assigned teachers for the work immersion. So, my dear student, kanino kayo magre-report since na tayo ay home-based? Yes, correct. Kay teacher tayo. Kung sino yung ating teacher sa work immersion, dun tayo magre-report. Okay. So, for the next one is perform the duties and tasks as indicated in the prescribed template for the work immersion list of task activities or if at home, perform the instructions in the home-based work plan. Okay. So dito po sa perform the duties and the tasks indicated in the prescribed template for the work immersion. So mamaya po ay matatalakay o mapapakita po natin sa inyo kung ano po yung sample template. But ito pong template na ito ay depende po kay teacher kung gusto ni subject teacher for the work immersion na mas mapaganda yung template o mapadali. Wala naman ditong problema. Basta as long as we are guided with the template na prescribed ni DepEd work immersion. Ano po? So yan. Okay. So another one is prepare the documentation and reports required in the curriculum and by the partner institution or by the immersion teacher and the focal person in your school. So magkakaroon tayo, my dear students and teachers, magpe-prepare tayo ng mga reports, magdo-documents tayo, prepare documentations and reports. So yan, so meron tayong picture, tapos we put some notes on that picture. Ano ba yung ginawa natin sa picture? May nakalagay na date, time, ayan. Ano yung ginawa? So naka-reported siya. So para bagang diary. So yan, parang diary. So kunyari, today is April 20, 2021. Anong oras na? It's 10 a.m. Ako I prepare. Kumbaga nag-prepare ako ng kunyari sa TVL, H Home Economics Cookery, ay nag-miss and plus muna, then magpe-prepare siya, magluluto na siya ng breakfast, kunyari. Ayan. So, as stated in your duties and responsibilities, especially in number 4, so yung number 4, you have to prepare the documentations and reports which you will be submitting to your work immersion teacher after completing your home-based work immersion plan. So yan, after nyo pong makompleto lahat-lahat ng documentations, ng reports, which na ni-required, so kailangan nyo po itong isubmit. Isasubmit nyo ito kay teacher, kay work immersion teacher. Yan. So for today's discussion on the portfolio, you will be guided on what to prepare as part of your documentation and reports. So guys, eto na siya. Stated in the Glossary of Education Reform, student portfolio is a compilation of academic work and other forms of educational evidence assembled for the purpose of: number 1 is to evaluate coursework quality, learning progress, and academic achievement. Number 2, determine whether the students have met the learning standards and or other academic requirements for courses, grade level promotion, and graduation. Number 3, helping students reflect on their academic goals and progress as learners. And number 4, creating a lasting achievement of academic work products, accomplishments, and other documentation. So dito po guys, so as I have stated, so kailangan nyo po itong gawin. Magko-compile po kayo. You have a student portfolio, compilation, para po makita ni teacher, ni work immersion teacher, kung nagawa ba ninyo ng tama lahat. Kasi it will base as a educational evidence po. So for the purpose na para makagawa o makapagbigay si teacher ng grade sa inyo. So i-evaluate po ni teacher yung mga nagawa ninyo. Yung inyong mga, kung na-meet ba yung learning standards or academic requirements for the course. Yan. Ikaw ba as a student nakapag-reflect ka ba Na-meet mo ba yung goals? Nagkaroon ba ng progress sa iyong ginagawa as a learner? Ayan. So yan. So guys ha, my dear student, malinaw ha na kailangan nyo pong mag-provide o mag-produce o gumawa ng isang student portfolio. Okay. So ito po yung forms of portfolio na pwede nating gawin, magamit, or kakailanganin natin. Notebooks filled with documents. Ayan. So yung notebooks na gagamitin natin, pwede po kayong gumamit ng any kind of notebook o kaya ay let's wait for your work immersion teacher na sila yung magsabi kung anong notebook ang gagamitin nyo. O baka naman si subject teacher o work immersion teacher ay may ginawang template at doon kayo mag-fill in or i-fill out nyo doon. So it depends to your teacher, guys, ha? So just wait for your subject teacher na sila ang magbigay ng guidelines sa inyo kung paano gagawin yung portfolio nyo. Okay? So maghintay kayo sa sasabihin, ha? Kasi alam ni teacher kung ano ang best for you. Okay? So we have notes then. We have graphics. Tapos may letters din tayo. At saka ito nga yung sinabi ko sa inyo, yung na-discuss natin last time, yung gagawa kayo ng cover letter or intent letter or application letter, di ba? Then you have to put also your resume. So guys, gawa kayo ng resume. So halimbawa, excuse me. Okay, halimbawa, mamula po akong laptop, wala po akong printer, kaya mamalayo po ang print shop, computer shop sa aming lugar. So guys, pwede naman kayong gumamit ng isang malinis na typewriting kung meron kayo sa bahay ninyo, isang malinis na typewriting. At tapos po ay lagyan nyo ng border, lagyan nyo ng design. Simple border lang, lagyan nyo siya ng design. Tapos, isulat nyo na po. Pwede naman na handwritten. Pero kung ikaw naman ay may computer, laptop o printer sa inyong bahay, ay pwede namang naka-print out dahil maganda din iyon. Okay? Pero kung sulat ka, be sure to it na maganda po ang handwritten ninyo. Gandahan nyo ang pagsusulat. Dapat po ay yung nababasa. Kasi po yan ay gagawin nating portfolio. Isasama po natin yan sa portfolio. At dyan ang basihan ni teacher kung maganda ba ang inyong pagkakagawa. Okay. And another one is a physical collection of student work like written assignments, journals, tests, artworks, lab reports, physical projects, or any other materials evidence of learning process and academic accomplishments, including awards, honor certifications, recommendations, written evaluation by teachers or peers, or self-reflections by the students. So ito pong mga ito ay gagawin nyo. So yan, meron tayong physical collection. So dapat meron tayong isinusulat, written assignment o gagawa tayo ng journals. Ano po? So yan, kung may mga lab reports, physical projects, i-include na din siya doon. Okay. So, what is an online portfolio? Ayan, kasi nagwa-wonder kayo kanina siguro while I am stating those statements or words. So, nagtatanong kayo, paano po yan, halimbawa, gusto po namin, halimbawa, kunyari, ang online portfolio. Para po less paper, less na lahat. So, yan. Ano ba itong online portfolio? So, i-discuss na nga natin, guys. Ang online portfolio, it is often called as a digital portfolios or e-portfolios. Example, meron kang blogs. Yan. Online journals. Pwede yan, guys. Kung may blogs ka, so pwede yun. So, halimbawa, meron kang vlogs, video, yung nagva-vlogger ka, video blogger, ano ang tawag dito? Vloggers ka nga, kaya lang video. So, walang problema. Kung ikaw naman ay vloggers ng, as in baby vlogs na meron kang website o pinopost mo siya, may write-ups ka, yan. Maganda din yon. And the online journals. And then, reflection about the learning activities, progress, and accomplishment. Digital artifacts, like student-created videos, multimedia presentations, spreadsheets, websites, and photographs. So I have example here na yung ginagawa ng aking mga student. I'm gonna show it to you guys. So ito. So yan, ito guys, yung ginagawa ng aking mga student. I created a group for for my student kasi two sections ang hawak ko. So ayan, so magkasama na sila, section A and section B. So they upload their task here. So ito yung example, ayan, nagluluto sila, nagprepare sila. Ayan. So ayan, yan po. Tapos ayan, nilagay nila yung kanilang logo kasi ito po yung para sa yung ating module 1 and 2, the personal entrepreneurial competencies and pecs, and also the environment and market. Ito yung diniscuss ko, yung may SWOT analysis, gagawa ng logo with tagline. So ito guys, yung example lang na ginawa ng aking mga students. Ayan, gumawa na sila. They created. Ayan po, So kung makikita nyo guys, ganito yung aming ginagawa. So nag-submit na sila. Ayan po, example. So papakita ko rin sa inyo guys yung ginawa nilang, ayan meron pang siomay. Tapos may ginawa sila mga video guys. So ayan, ang dami na nag-submit po. Ayan ang dami na nag-submit. Yung mga videos po namin, teka, ang haba pa. Sample videos. Ay, ang dami na kasing nag-submit. Kaya ang layo-layo na. Kasi nagluto sila ng before, during, and after. So, ang sabi ko lang sa kanila, they need to take a picture for that. Ayan, guys. Nahihilo ako. Kasi ang dami nagsasubmit. So, hindi pa po ako nag-check na kanila sinasubmit kasi pag chinekan ko, ay baka kung saan ko lang, ibig ko sabihin ay, gusto ko pag nag-check ako ay isang upuan ko lang yan. Pag nag-check ako ng kanilang mga outputs. Ayan, guys, di ba? Kasi naman ang dami ko pong students. Kaya ayan, ang layo na. Ayan. Tapos po yung mga ko dito ko po ina-upload. Ayan po. Ayan po. Ayan po yung sample ng kanilang ginawa. So, ayan. So, ito po yung sample ng ginawa nila ng sandwich. So, yan, nagluto sila. Tapos po, i-video nila and then i-upload nila. So, dito po nung medyo naging maluwag at pwedeng lumabas na ang mga students ko na 16 and above. So, sila po ay pinag-partner ko. Dalawang partner lang po sila and then sila po ay they work together para po mura lang yung gagastusin nila, hindi ganun kamahal. So yun, kaya po syempre alam niyo naman ang hirap ng buhay na ngayon kasi mga students ko ay hindi naman po ganun kayayaman o hindi ganun capable na para makapagluto sila ng magandang klase. So ang recommended ko sa kanila kung ano po yung meron na lang sa bahay nila at pwede o tayong bilhin. So we use the localization na lang. Yun na lang po para po mas makatulong tayo sa ating mga estudyante. So yan po yung mga simple lang po nilang ginagawa. So naka-upload po lahat yan, naka-compile. Kaya po, kumbaga, nasabi ko po na dito sa work immersion, lalo na ang mga TVL cookery, bread and pastry production, talagang ibig sabihin po ay kita po agad natin yung mga effort ng mga bata kung paano sila magluto at gumawa. So all we have to do na lang po para sa mga work immersion teachers for the TVL Home Economics ay pagagawin na lang po natin sila ng menu na ito naman pinagawa na nila sa kanilang food and beverage services, right? So yun, i-bring back lang po natin, i-refresh lang po natin na gumawa sila ng kanilang menu. Yes, ganun lang po kasimple. Okay, so yan po. So let us now go back na. Okay. So yan, di ba? At least po nakapag-share ako ng kaunti para sa mga teachers ng TVL. Pero dun po, ito may nagtatanong din sa akin yung aking co-teacher na siya naman ay sa EBM. Ano daw ang gagawin niya? Tinanong niya ako, nag-usap kami. Sabi ko, ma'am, ang sa akin po ay nag-combine ang cookery subject at ang work immersion para sa outputs nila. So, kumbaga ay tulungan na natin ang mga bata natin kung paano mas mapapadali ang kanilang mga gawain. So, yan. Sabi ni teacher, ni ABM teacher, ma'am, paano kaya yun sa amin? Ano sa iyong palagay ang pwede kong gawin? Sabi ko, ano ba ma'am ang inyong gagawin base doon sa ating memo na binigay ng DepEd? Ano ang possible na pwedeng gawin? Ang sabi niya ay, sa ABM pwede daw mag-sell. Kumbaga, ipagpapatuloy ba yung parang sa entrep na ginawa ninyo last sem? So may selling. Sabi ko, maganda yan. Maganda yan, sabi ko. So pwede naman halimbawa na kung halimbawa ay nagluto sila nung nakaraan sa entrep at nakapag-provide, kumbaga ay nakapagbenta. Kasi sa entrepreneurship, kasama kasi yun eh. So ipagpatuloy lang nila yung pagbebenta. O kaya ay yung nagawa nila noon, mag-compile sila ng digital portfolios. Ano po, lahat yun. Tapos, ang gagawin nila, pwede silang magbenta in 10 days. Pwede yun. So that is ano lang po, option 1. Option 1 lang po yun. Option 2 po nila, ang naisip din po nila, ang sabi ni ma'am, ay hindi pwede kasi magbebenta, lalabas ang bata. Baka ang bata ay mahuli o kumbaga ay madamay, kumbaga magkaroon ng sige, ganun yung kunyari yung term madamay ang school din, ganyan, ma-IATF, ganyan. At din sabi niya, paano yun mama, mahirap mag-sell out at lalabas ang bata, lalo na sa panahon ngayon. Sabi ko, sa bagay, tama ka. Pero halimbawa kung pwede naman bentahan ang katabing bahay, kamag-anak, Tapos hindi sila lalabas. May order, pupunta na laang sa bahay to pick up. Kumbaga ilalagay to pick up kung ano yung products na pwede nilang ibenta. Ayan, pwede yun. At least ma-avoid natin na lumabas ang ating bata, di ba? Pick up only, di ba? Pero kung meron silang mga kapatid na matatanda na, kumbaga 20 years old and above, na pwedeng sila ang mag-deliver, maganda din yun. Di ba? So yan. Basta nakakompile lang. Okay. O kaya option number 3, ang sabi niya. Sige ma'am, siguro pwede din. So nag-isip siya. Saan sabi niya, ay ma'am, another option is gagawa ng research ang bata. Sabi ko, okay din yun, yung gagawa ang research ang bata. Kaya lang ay sa dami na ng research na ginagawa ng ating bata ay baka malugaw na ang kanilang utak. So yan. Pero ngayon po kung may mga other suggestions kayo, for this message is for teachers. So kung meron pong other suggestions kayo o naiisip ang iba mga teachers, so kayo po ay mag-usap-usap ng inyong principal, ng inyong head, kayo pong mga teachers para po mas mapadali natin ang ating work immersion. Ayan. So, well, anyway, too much talking for that. Moving on. Ayan. Okay. So, those are forms of portfolio which can be used as a proof of your accomplishments and learnings. Oo. Whether it's online portfolio or printed, it's up to you based on your resources. What is important is you have documents as entries in your portfolio, and immersion teachers uses it as a basis and part of your grade in your work immersion, which is a requirement for your graduation. Okay, guys. Nasabi ko ito sa inyo na nung una pa lang nating discussion ng orientation na hindi ka makakagraduate kapag ikaw ay hindi mo to nagawa. Kasi itong work immersion is isa sa mga importante kasi this is part of your grade in the work immersion. Requirement din ito for the graduation. Yes, malaking part ang ginagawa ng work immersion, guys. Kasi grade 12 na kayo eh. So gagraduate na kayo. So, 'di ba? So kailangan niyo na may ganito work immersion subject. Okay. So guys, sabi ko nga pala sa inyo, so bahala po si teacher kung ang gusto niya ay online or hard copy. So kung saan naman kayo kung saan kayo nakakagaan o mas okay gawin, pwedeng hard, pwedeng soft. The advantage for the soft copy or online portfolio, what you're going to do lang naman is to download apps para ma-collage mo yung pictures. And then kung may WPS ka naman, yung an app which you can type, yung Word, So pwedeng doon ka na lang mag-type. Tapos ayusin mo lang ang arrangement doon sa application. Copy and paste mo lang and then send mo lang kay teacher or doon sa inyong FB page. O kaya isa messenger ni teacher. Pwede yun. Wala kang ginastos doon kasi what you need to do is to download the apps, edit lang, type, 'di ba? Copy paste, ganyan, save, edit, yan, ganyan, 'di ba? Pero kapag ikaw naman ay hard portfolio, so kailangan mo pang mag-print, bibili ka pa ng folder, typewriting, magpapaprint ka, o kaya isusulat mo handwritten. So okay din naman 'yun. Kaya lang gagastos ka. So it's your choice, guys. Kung ang gusto mo ay online portfolio, better kasi paperless tayo. So si teacher check lang ng check via on your page, 'di ba? So yan. Okay din kay teacher 'yon. Okay, guys. Based or beside those mentioned above, you have to take note of the following. Ano daw ba yung iti-take note nyo? So in any portfolio, whether print or online, it is important to follow the guidelines in academic integrity. So number 1 is all the materials, including the language, content, and images, must be suitable for all audiences, including the young children who may view the portfolios. Yes. So dapat careful tayo dyan, especially in the language and content and the images that we are going to include or input in our portfolios, right? And please do not include the negative or damaging comments about the employers, the teachers, community leaders, or other individuals in your portfolio. And of course, do not include personal contact information, including the phone numbers or addresses. If you want to include an email address on your resume for potential employers to contact you, you may do so. It's okay. But if you are under 18, so please obtain your parents or guardians' permission. So you need to ask permission or consent from your guardian or parents when you are post your resume in the portfolio. But if you are old enough, you are 18 above, you are at the legal age and status, so it's okay. You should just include your name and name of your school and with your parent or guardian permission or your email address. And please do not include any personal information about yourself or others in the database or other portfolio product, because always remember that users can download files from the web, so they could download a copy of your database. Carefully cite any print or online sources or source materials that you use. And please acknowledge the role of other people in any of your projects and explain your role if you were a member of a team. And today's workplace requires collaboration and teamwork, and so the readers will be interested in seeing how you were able to work with others to complete the projects. And in preparing your portfolio, please be guided by its content based on the DepEd curriculum guide for work immersion. Accomplish the forms. You will you learn from the last module that the different forms you need to fill out and accomplish, and so that the forms will be included to your portfolio. And the second one is the pictures of a work site. Work site, kung saan kayo nag-immersion, and non-written output projects with the captions. And since you cannot perform your work immersion in a real workplace, so home base nga tayo, you can ask somebody to take a photo of yourself in a workstation at home while you perform your immersion. So ito yung nasabi ko kanina sa inyo, paulit-ulit ko sinasabi, always take or took a picture with you while you are doing your thing, okay? And illustrate of activities performed as needed. And you have to narrate. Dapat parang meron kayong weekly diary. Narrative account of learnings and achievements, issues faced, and corresponding solutions or resolutions. Okay. So do not forget that. So guys, ito po yung suggested weekly diary. Work immersion teachers that may advise another template. Okay daw po yun. So ito lang po yung pwede nyong gawin. So ito yung template. So on the first column, we had the date. Pwede nyo lagyan din ng time if you want. Activities performed or accomplished. So as per instruction from the work plan, ano yung na-perform mo for today? Did you encounter some kind of issues and problems with your thing? Kung ano yung ginagawa mo? And for the last fourth column, what resolutions have you done? Nagkaroon ba ng resolutions kung naka-encounter ka ng problem? So kung wala ka naman na-encounter na problem, so just leave it blank. At saka itong resolutions, leave it blank. Kung ano lang yung na-accomplish mo, edi okay. But if you encountered problems, you should write it down here, and the solutions or resolutions na accomplish mo o nagawa mo din. So kailangan yun. Okay guys, naintindihan ba? Yes, very simple, diba? So yan. And another one is a sample written output if any. So it is expected that you will be doing written activities, tasks assigned by your work immersion teacher. So you can include your written outputs in your portfolio. So yan. Magpapakita sa inyo si teacher na mga sample written output kasi 20, kailan ba nagkaroon na? 2 years ago. So example is the 2019. Academic year 2019 or school year 2019, di ba? So okay pa ang lahat. So nung 2019, si work immersion teacher ay merong, sorry wala ako dito kasing sample, hindi ko na iuwi kasi work from home kami ngayon kasi nga due to COVID-19 dumadami yung may COVID-19 din sa workplace na pinagtatrabawan ko kasi I'm from Lokban. Ako po ay nasa Lokban ngayon, Lokban, Quezon, and then yung work ko po ay sa Mauban, Quezon. So 2 towns pa yung aking ipapass by bago makarating ako sa work. So kaya work from home kami ngayon. So medyo malayo yung aking pinagtatrabahuhan. So ngayon po ay hindi ko siya nadala yung sample. Kasi nga po, bitbit ko na naman yung mga bibit-bitin ko parang yung mga paperworks natin sa school. So, inuwi ko na naman. So, pagbalik ko doon, ibabalik ko na naman. So, ganoon lang, balikan, lagi balik-balik yung aking mga papel. Tsaka yung iba kong mga kailangan gamitin. Well, anyway, so as moving on. Okay, so yung sample written output, may ipapakita sa inyo guys, my dear students, si teacher, kung ano yung sample na ginawa noon. So, ipapakita sa inyo ni teacher. So, di ba may GC naman kayo? So, pipicturean ni teacher ay yung mga sample na ginawa ng mga previous or graduate students noong 2019. So, ipapakita sa inyo kung ano yung mga nagawa nila. Okay? So, work immersion. Yes. So, yan. Para at least you are guided kung paano ba gumawa ng written output. Okay. So, wag mag-alala guys. Hindi naman ito mahirap. Andyan si teacher para i-guide kayo. Okay. So, wag masyadong mag-worry. Yan. And ito yung the work immersion highlights. Ano ba yung naka-highlights natin dito sa ating work immersion? Okay, what do you consider as work immersion highlights? So this can be your best experience you gain from your performance. Ano ba yung na-gain mong performance sa work immersion mo kahit home base lang tayo? So amazing sacrifices that you can give. Nag-sacrifice ka ba? Meron ka bang na-sacrifice? And ano ba yung mga unforgettable struggles that you have encountered or experienced? And you might also receive a good recommendations or comments, remarks from your trainer or even from your teacher due to your best performance. Or if you want to give a testimonial of your great learning or achievement that gives impact to you, you can put them in a narrative o kaya ay in essay form. So that is paano natin gagawin yung, kumbaga ito yung highlights ng ating work immersion. So if there are other relevant pictures or documents, you may please include any kind of picture or documents that are related or shown as your evidence for your performance for your work immersion. Napakahalaga guys, my dear students, ang pagtutok ng picture. So kailangan natin yung mga pictures na iyan as a proof and evidence aside from written output. Yes, aside from that, aside din dun sa diaries natin na ginawa or journals. So kaya nga yung journals na yan, portfolios natin, mahalaga na may lagi tayong pictures na ini-include. Diba? Okay. So when to update the content? For the activities like account learnings, achievements, issues, faced, and corresponding solutions can be uploaded by means of a weekly diary. So diba, as we have stated earlier, you, my dear students, are going to have a 10 days work immersion, a home-based work immersion, right? So yan, magkakaroon kayo ng home-based work immersion. So ibig sabihin po, you have to write something, it's like a diary. So you have to write every day, anong nangyari, yon. So tulad nung kanina pinakita ko template, yun yung magiging serve as your diary. Okay. For portfolio packaging, ayan, anong meron dito sa portfolio packaging? So in a one long clear book or folder, so medyo mahal yung clear book, pwede naman folder, basta malinis na folder, you have to compile everything you have documented via the following the format of the portfolio. So kailangan nyo lang gawin yun. So meron tayong and do not compile all the details. Compile lang kung ano yung highlights and those needed. Wag naman yung mga unnecessary, avoid nyo na yon. Basta yung highlights lang ng ating ginagawa. And you may consult your work immersion teachers or your group mates. Kung meron kayong group mates, ayan, ask them. And also your work immersion teacher. And you have to talk about how does the portfolio being done or what the package of the portfolio. So yan. Di ba nasabi ko naman sa inyo? So kung saan kayo nakakagaan guys, kung gusto nyo ay hard copy or online portfolio, pwede naman iyon. So yan. Yung portfolio, e-portfolio nyo or the online or e-portfolio nyo, pwede nyo siyang gawin sa PowerPoint. Oo, di ba sa PowerPoint may mga animation. So pagandahan din guys dyan sa paggawa ng portfolio. Hindi lang basta makapag-submit ka. Kasi iba yung, pag maganda kasi ang iyong pagsasubmit ng portfolio, pati yung content, images, and languages that you have been used in your portfolio, may additional points na binibigay si teacher. Siyempre, si teacher naman madaling kausap. Pag magandang portfolio na sinubmit mo, maganda rin ang grades mo. Pero kung basta na lang ang grade mo, edi, alam nyo na. Kumbaga, may grade din naman, syempre may grade din naman, maganda rin naman yung grade, pero hindi ganun kataas. Pero hindi naman basta sa pagandahan lang nagbabase ang teacher, meron din yung rubrics, di ba? Pinakita ko yan sa inyo kanina. Kasi nagbabase si teacher sa iyong language, image, and content na ginawa mo. Yung kung paano ka mag-docu. So, ganun yun. Basta may guidelines yan si teacher, hindi yan basta mag-grade nang basta na lang. May rubrics din kami, okay? So may rubrics yan si teacher. Okay, wag mag-alala guys. Kasi kung maganda ang pagkakagawa nyo at base sa portfolio packaging at saka dun sa binigay na ano ang dapat mong gawin sa iyong portfolio. Maganda ang grade mo dyan. Diba? Okay, portfolio submission or presentation at the end of the work immersion. And after you have finished your work immersion and portfolio, you have to present or report it in the class through online presentation. If online presentation is not possible, you may submit your printed portfolio to your teacher or other ways that particular work immersion teacher may suggest. And be sure to pass all the requirements needed in work immersion so that you will not be marked incomplete. Ayan. O diba kung kailan gagraduate na sa kahabol na habol kay teacher. So dapat po ay habang kayo nagwo-work immersion, ginagawa nyo na din yung mga portfolio nyo. So guys, manage your time kung paano nyo gagawin lahat ng subjects nyo. Manage nyo yung time nyo. Huwag marinde, huwag masyadong maratal, okay? So, sasabihin nyo, ma'am, paano yun? Paano po yung online or online presentation? So, ito nga yung sinabi ko sa inyo, di ba? May pinakita ko sa inyo na Facebook page namin. So, doon sila nagpe-present. Ina-upload lang naman nila yun doon. Kasi guys, since tayo sa DepEd ay modular tayo, kami pala ay modular, sorry. Pero kung kayo naman ay may online, so depende po kay teacher yun, ha? Kasi po sa amin, dito sa amin sa probinsya, at hindi na rin naman ganun kalakas ang aming signal, at ang mga network provider ay hindi rin naman ganun kabilis ang aming mga internet. So, umaasa lang po kami guys ay sa Facebook na kapag kailangan lang po ng bata mag-upload, halimbawa sinabi ni teacher, guys, pwede nyo nang i-upload. Kumbaga, we give so much time para magawa ng bata yung mga gawain. So, I give still time, we give still time para magawa. Kunyari po, yung pong nagpagawa ako, kunyari sa aking klase, nagpagawa ako ng isang project. Kunyari po, magluluto sila ng itlog. I give them a 1 week preparation para magluto ng itlog. O, diba? And then, on the second week naman, I still give time para magluto sila ng halimbawa starch dishes naman. Tapos ang submission nila, I still give time pa, may due date. Para at least po hindi sila nararattle. They have still time para kung paano nila isisingit yung aking subject. Dahil hindi lang naman yung subject ko ang kanilang ginagawa. So, kumbaga give and take, nag-a-adjust din ako, nag-a-adjust din sila. So, kumbaga po ay pahabaan ng pasensya. Ganun naman talaga tayo di ba? So, well, anyway, ganun talaga. Okay, guys, my dear student, huwag naman masyadong abuso sa pasensya ni teacher, ha? Pag sinabi naman ni teacher na gawin nyo na to, isubmit nyo na to, isubmit nyo. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng teacher ay nagsasabi pag sinabing, lahat ng subject ngayong Friday na to, isasubmit. Hindi naman ganun. Kasi minsan si teacher namin nagtatanong din, okay, nakikiramdam sa ibang teachers, kailan ba magpapasubmit si teacher? Okay, nababasa naman ni teacher, ni advisor kung nagpa-submit sa ganito, ganyan. So, pwede naman tayo mag-adjust, diba? So, okay. Well, anyway, guys. So, ano ba yung content ng ating portfolio? So, guys, please take note this or screenshot nyo po itong aking monitor or aking screen para sa content ng inyong portfolio. Meron tayong title page, guys. Tapos, we have the introduction. Meron tayong table of content. So, under the table of content for the Roman numeral 1 is accomplished forms. 2 is the pictures of worksite and unwritten output or projects with captions. 3 is illustrations of activities performed as needed. 4, weekly diary, narrative, account of learnings and achievements, issues faced, and corresponding resolutions. 5 is a sample written output. 6 is a work immersion highlights. 7 is the other relevant pictures, documents. So, yan po yung ating content of portfolio. So, you may screenshot po ng ating portfolio content. And then, you can have your own template design as prescribed by your respective teacher. Ayan. So, depende rin pa rin po tayo kay subject teacher kung ano pa po yung pwedeng kung maidadagdag siya o kuya ay kung okay si teacher dito sa ating content of portfolio. So, ganito lang po yung ating gagawin. So, ano-ano po ba yung nakalagay dito? So, na-discuss ko po kanina kung ano po yung nilalaman ng ating table of content as regards with the 1 to 7. Ano po? Na-discuss ko po yan. You may rewind this video para po ma-guide kayo ng mabuti. Okay, so since that we have already done with our discussion, so can you please guys answer our activity 1. So for your view, ano pa? Portfolios can encourage students to take more ownership and responsibility over the learning process. And what does it mean? Can you please explain it in a 50-word paragraph on your paper? Okay, so answer nyo po ito. And for your activity 2, so ito guys yung activity 2 nyo, unique introduction. Dito po ay gawa na kayo after making a table of content of your portfolio, you need to make your own introduction. So gagawa kayo ng sarili nyo introduction. Guys, para lang kayong gumagawa ng research nyo, yung introduction ng inyong research. Ganyan din naman dito. Ano ba yung catches every reader's attention that leads to him or her to read the entire work? And remember, start your portfolio with the bang, Kumbaga, boom, boom agad. An image you have finished your training in one of the companies in your barangay or town at home. And what will you write in your introduction to catch the reader's attention? So ito naman ay 100 words po. So kung yung activity 1 natin is 50 words for your portfolio, for activity 2, it's a introduction with a minimum of 100 words. Okay, guys. Another activity is activity 3. One of the contents of your portfolio is the highlight of the immersion. To practice you to write a narrative, write of your past experiences that you believe is the highlight of your life as a student, and write your narration about it. So I will give you time, guys, for writing these activities. Activity 1, 2, and 3. This is more about on writing. Okay. So kayang-kaya nyo to, guys. Wala namang sa activity 3, wala namang minimum of words na hinihingi. Basta just write narrative for one of the contents of your portfolio. Ano ba yung highlights of an immersion? Ina-narrate nyo lang yan. Okay, so let us wrap up now, guys. So answer this. Teka. Ayan, medyo maliit na siya. So answer this. I will give you a minute, guys, para ma-answer nyo ito. Itong puzzle na ito. So ito yung paliitan lang natin. Wait lang. Ayan. Ayan. So answer the puzzle below. So across, number 2. Ayan, ito siya. Great achievement. Ano yung great achievement? Okay. Number 3, here. Careful thinking. Ano yung careful thinking? Number 4, dito. Weekly written report. Yeah, ayan. Dito naman sa down. Number 1, down. Pictures. Ayan, di ba? Naisip ko na agad. Compilation of work. Ito naman siya. Diba? Madali lang. So, guys, kaya nyo yan. Okay, sagutan nyo po ito, ha? Guys, sagutan nyo yan, ha? Yung puzzle na yan, ha? It's very exciting yan. Okay, let's now move on. So, another one is the valuing, guys. Valuing. So, having accomplished a project like a portfolio is a great achievement. So, kindly please answer this, the valuing. Why is this important to you? Palagay nyo ba importante talaga to sa'yo? Okay, if it is so, kindly please answer. How do you show value to it? Gaano mo ba siya bina-value? Ayan. I'll give you time to answer this, guys. And for the last one, so kindly please answer our post test. So madali lang ito, guys, dahil ito po ay may pagpipilian, di ba? Ang hirap lang dahil hindi ikaw ang pinili niya. Yun lang. Okay, guys. Anyway, so, sorry. So, sagutan niyo po itong ating post test. Which of the following content which of the following content shows the highlights? Diba? Letter A, employer's greetings, lost struggle, satisfactory experience, remarkable experience. Number 2, blogs and multimedia presentation are examples of? Yan. Digital artifacts, digitized work plan, e-portfolios, printed portfolios. Number 3, what does academic integrity means? Number 4, which of the following is not included in the portfolio? And number 6, why is portfolio for work immersion is very important? Okay, guys, kindly please answer this. I'll give you a minute or a seconds to answer that. Kasi alam niyo na yan. Kasi kung nakinig kayo, di ba? Kung nakinig po kayo, guys, masasagutan nyo ng mabilis ang ating post test. Di ba napaka-ikli lang palagi ng aking mga pre-test and post-test, guys, diba? Kaya niyo yan, guys. Okay, ito yung keto correction. Tanan! Sorry! Okay, guys. So, ito po yung references na ginamit natin for the work immersion. Ano po? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yan. So, ang dami. Akala nyo, binasta lang to, diba? So, with the effort of our mga authors na paggawa ng work immersion. So, salamat po sa inyong lahat. Okay, guys. So, since po na natapos na natin ang ating work immersion, Module 6 Immersion Portfolio. So, dito na po natatapos yung ating module. So, guys, wala pa po akong nakukuha ng Module 7 and 8. So, yan po ang aking encountered problem today. So, sana po ay aking i-discuss na ngayon yung 7 and 8. Kaya lang po ay as I browse, ay wala pa po tayong nahahanap at wala pang naiibigay ang na module 7 and 8 soft copy. So, please stand by lang po. Ano po. So, I don't know po kung makakakuha pa tayo. Well, anyway, so thank you for listening today, guys. Thank you, teachers and students, for listening and tuning in into my YouTube channel. Please, guys, naman, mag-subscribe na po kayo sa aking YouTube channel. Hindi naman kawalan sa inyo kung magsasubscribe po kayo. Subscribe nyo po ang aking YouTube channel. Click nyo lang po. And then, pakishare na rin po sa inyong mga kaklase, sa inyong co-teachers. Ayan, para po ma-inspire po si Teacher Jam to vlog. Ano po? Yes. Sana po ay nakatulong ako ng very light sa inyo. Salamat po, teachers and my beloved students. And please stay safe, keep safe, and have a great day, everyone. God bless po. Bye!